geography, कौन था वो जिसने सबसे पहले ये word use किया? That person is Eratosthenes. Now who is this man? देखो, किसी भी सब्जेक्ट को समझने के लिए सबसे जरूरी है उस सब्जेक्ट को डिफाइन कर लें सबसे पहले, और वी गेट अ डेफिनेशन फॉर दैट सब्जेक्ट. नाउ definitions are of two type. One, bookish definition. Remember how Chatur used to learn the bookish definitions? They do not work. The second one is workable definition or working definition. What is working definition? Working definition वो है जो आपके अंदर से create होता है, आपके knowledge से create होता है. Do you understand that? So we will be focusing on such kind of definitions, and you will see that if you have conceptual clarity, your working definition will be very close to the bookish definition, sometimes better than the bookish. Got it? So the first thing that we are trying to understand in the class is what is geography, or we are trying to define geography. So whenever we are trying to build a working definition of a subject, it is very good to look at the name of the subject itself. Now, if you look at the subject, it is known as geography, and it is made out of two words. The first word is geo, and the second word is graphy. These both words are Greek words. In fact, they are drawn from some root words. The root word for geo is geoid, whereas the root word for graphy is graphia. I'll come to the meaning of these words in a moment, but let us try to understand who coined the word geography. कौन था वो जिसने सबसे पहले ये word use किया? That person is Eratosthenes. Now, who is this man? Eratosthenes is a Greek scholar or polymath who lived in the 3rd century BC in Cyrene or Cyrene. Where is this city located today? It is located in Libya. Now, where is Libya? It is in, now see, we are in geography class, so that's why I would be requiring exact locations. So when you say Africa, always add what part of Africa? North Africa, East Africa, West Africa, Central Africa, Southern Africa. Where is Libya? North Africa. Do you get that? Now, look at this. Eratosthenes is the first person who used the word geography, or we can say that Eratosthenes is the person who coined the word geography. Correct? Before him, whoever studied geography did not call himself or herself as a geographer, called himself or herself as a student of universal sciences or earth sciences. But the word geography was not there in the literature. Got it? He is a Greek polymath. अब इस word का मतलब समझते हैं. What is the meaning of the word polymath? A polymath is a person who studies various subjects. He is a generalist by nature. Like say for example, in your preparation, you are studying various subjects because IAS officers have to function as generalists or specialists. Generalists. Do you understand that? So you must know something about everything, not everything about something. Got that thing? So a polymath is a person who is studying various subjects. In fact, Eratosthenes was a mathematician. He was an astronomer. He was a poet. He was a music theorist and a geographer. Music theorist is a person who writes theory on music. Like say, people write models, theories on physics. So there could be people who were writing models, theories on music. So he was also a music theorist. Let me tell you the names of some other polymaths. Have you heard about Leonardo da Vinci? He was also a polymath. He was an astronomer, poet, painter. Remember the famous painting of Mona Lisa? Rabindranath Tagore, again a polymath. Do you get that? So Eratosthenes was a Greek polymath who is living in 3rd century, more or less in that time period where you see that the Mauryan Empire is flourishing in India, almost around that time period. So Eratosthenes, who lived in Cyrene, in fact he was born in Cyrene, coined the word geography. Do you get that? Now Cyrene is located in Libya, and it is one of the 5 important Greek cities. Now remember, in those times, remember the time period of Chandragupta Maurya is more or less similar to the time period of Alexander the Great. So the Greeks were at the height of their power. So the Greek Empire was not only spread in Europe, but also in northern Africa. Got it? And Alexander, and after him the Greeks, they established 5 important cities. The first one was Athens. Have you heard about this? The second one was Sparta. Have you heard about that? Delphi. All these were located in Greece or modern day Greece. Whereas the other 2 important cities were Cyrene, which was located in Libya, and the 5th one was Alexandria. Now this was located in Egypt or modern day Egypt. और अगर आप देखोगे map, then Libya और Egypt जो हैं, ये पड़ोसी हैं. Got it? They are neighboring nations. So in Alexandria, like remember in Nalanda we had a great library. In Alexandria, the Greeks had a great library. That library was known as the Grand Library. Eratosthenes served as the chief librarian of the Grand Library in Alexandria. ठीक है? ये बात clear हो गई अब तक? So देखो अब ध्यान से. Eratosthenes, a Greek polymath, introduced the word geography in literature. Now what is geography? Let's try to understand that. Geography is derived from 2 Greek words. अब आपको समझ में आ रहा है Greek क्यों होगा words? क्योंकि he is Greek. Got it? What is the meaning of the word geo or geoid? It means earth-like or earth. You can say whatever. And graphia means to write an account of. Or to describe. अब देखो, जैसे ही हमको इन 2 words का meaning मिल गया, we can define geography. ध्यान से सुनो. Geography is a science that attempts to describe the earth. Do you get that? Now you open any good book on geography, you will find this is the first line which is written. Geography is a science which attempts to describe the earth or tries to write an account on earth. Got that thing? So what is geography? Geography is a science that attempts to describe earth. Now earth is home to whom? Only humans? Or others are also allowed? Others are also allowed. It means it is home to what? It is home to flora and fauna. Now look here, very carefully. Sometimes therefore geography is also defined as, and I will be continuously modifying the definition till the time we get the best definition for geography. Got it? So geography is a science that tries to describe the earth as the home of flora and fauna. Does that make sense to you? Do you get it? Now look here. Geoid. What does that mean? Geoid means earth-like or earth-shaped. Now is the earth a perfect sphere? Is it a perfect sphere? What do you think? Is it perfect sphere? No, it is not a perfect sphere. In fact, it cannot be a perfect sphere. Can you tell me why it cannot be a perfect sphere? Because is the earth static or is it rotating? It is rotating on its axis. Do you understand that? Well, the earth rotates clockwise or anti-clockwise? See, never fall into this prey. Always say that the earth rotates from west to east. That's why the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. Because अगर आप clockwise या anti-clockwise बोलोगे, तो देखो, I am rotating the earth from west to east. Now look from here. What is this? Clockwise, anti-clockwise? What is this? Do you understand that? So that definition is incomplete. Earth rotates anti-clockwise when seen from the North Pole. It rotates clockwise when seen from the South Pole. और ये clockwise anti-clockwise rotation of Earth समझने में एक force, and that force is Coriolis force. Correct? We'll learn about that future in the future classes. But look here, the earth is rotating, and as the earth is rotating, any rotatory body experiences two forces, and these forces are what? The centripetal force and the centrifugal force. Now, who told us about these forces? Another polymath, an English polymath, Sir Isaac Newton. He told us about the centripetal and centrifugal forces. Now, if anything rotates, suppose this is rotating and I'm giving you the top view, this is the anti-clockwise rotation. So there would be two forces. One would be the centripetal force. Centripetal force is the force that acts towards the center. And then other would be centrifugal force, correct? Which is acting away from the center. Or you can say centripetal force is that force which acts towards the center, whereas centrifugal force is that force which acts towards the periphery of the rotating body. And because of this, you see that the equator slightly bulges. And as the equator slightly bulges, the poles flatten. Why? Why? Again, science. There is a law called law of conservation of mass. Do you understand that? That deformity is adjusted by this flattening. If you are not understanding what I'm trying to say, look at this. Look at this. This looks like a sphere. Got it? Now, imagine if I press it like this. Now, can you see a bulging at the equatorial location of this ball at least? And what happens at the poles? It flattens. Do you understand that? So, if suppose I bulge it somehow, so automatically the poles would get flat. So if I put it into rotation, and rotation fast enough, which would overcome its elasticity force, do you understand that? Or its force of gravity, then it will start bulging at the equatorial location. और जब ये bulge होगा equator पे, तो poles पे कैसा हो जाएगा ये? Flat. Do you get that? So therefore, the earth is not a perfect sphere. Earth is earth-like. Do you get that? Unique है. Earth's shape is known as geoid. Do you get that? Now, look at this. If it's a perfect sphere, sphere में दो diameter होंगे. जैसे circle में एक diameter होता है, sphere में दो होंगे. कौन से दो होंगे? एक polar diameter आप ले सकते हो, एक equatorial diameter ले सकते हो. Do you understand that? Now look at this. The equatorial diameter of Earth is, this is diameter, this is 12,757 kilometer. Now, what do you think? The polar diameter would be more or less than this? It would be less than, because the poles are flattened. Equator is slightly bulging. And it is 12,714 kilometer. It means a difference of how much? 43 kilometers in the diameter of polar diameter and the equatorial diameter. Do you get that? और अगर आप इसको percentage terms में देखना चाहते हैं तो this is 0.3%. Not 0.3, फिर तो 30 हो जाएगा. This is 0.03. Correct? So 0.3%, ये है error from a pure sphere. Do you get that? If the earth stops rotating, well, that would be doomsday for all of us. But let's assume if the earth stops rotating, then the centrifugal force will also vanish and gravity will remain anyhow. So that's why this bulging would then be readjusted and the earth would regain the shape of a perfect sphere. In fact, all the planets are rotating. Most of the planets are rotating, at least in our solar system. So no planet could be a perfect sphere. In fact, gaseous planet के लिए तो perfection बनाए रखना और मुश्किल, because their body is made out of gas and gas is very mobile. It cannot be static. Are you getting it? What do you think? The earth is more spherical or this ball is more spherical? Ball is more spherical or earth is more spherical? Okay, earth is more spherical or the globe is more spherical? What do you think? Globe is the model of earth? Now let me tell you this. Most of the spheres that we have, that humans have made, these are all made by humans. So most of the spheres that we have an error more than 0.3%. Do you get that? It means of all the spheres that you have seen in your life or you will ever see in your life, the earth is the most spherical than most of the spheres. It means nature's work is more perfect than human work. You get that? That's why Earth is the sphere. कई बार हम बोल देते हैं, because it is more close to perfect sphericity than any other sphere that we can think of. The Earth is more spherical than a cricket ball, tennis ball, basketball, football. सबसे ज़्यादा spherical है Earth. You get that? The average radius of Earth is 6371 kilometer. You get that? That is the average radius of Earth. It means from the surface of the Earth to the Earth's center, that distance is roughly 6371 kilometers. Do you get it? So I'm again repeating whatever we have learned so far in the class. We were trying to understand the meaning of the word geography. The word geography was coined by whom? You speak with me. Eratosthenes. Who was he? A Greek polymath. Do you understand that? And before him, everybody called themselves as master of earth sciences or universal sciences. The word geography is made out of two Greek words, geoid and graphia, or geo and graphy. Geo means earth-like or earth, whereas graphia means to write an account of or to describe. So literally put, geography is the science that attempts to describe the earth as the home of flora and fauna. Is this thing very clear?